Why must we zombie players suffer? Continuously suffer? Konami, why? Why are you doing this to us? Konami. Konami!
Worlds and 2 metaverse, which you can access with Trap Trick. And even if they play an out to Zombie World, you can roll back the metaverse.
That give me an idea. But before that, what's going on, zombie enthusiasts, and welcome back to our channel. Well, we're looking at the table again. We got another zombie deck profile. Ooh, coming back to the roots, I see. Instead of all the road decks I've been showing off for a really long time, we're back to 2 zombie deck profiles in a row. I assume you guys love that, but I assume you guys would never expect what's in this deck. Well, first of all, it has 2 Doom King. Just two for reasons I'm gonna explain later. I don't want to ruin the surprise yet. See if people realize slowly by slowly. 2 Zombie World and 2 Metaverse. Some of you may think this is not enough, but I'll tell you guys, this is definitely enough. It's our zombie package. Metaverse to go into Zombie World, of course. And then our Doom King to abuse that Zombie World. Next up, I got the rest of this pile, beautiful pile right here. 3 Jet Synchron. Blackjack. I'm so used with Jet Synchron being the only level 1 I play. But no. This is Absolute King Blackjack. And I think you guys know where this is going. Yes, it's Paleo Zombies. Or more like maybe Paleo with Doom King. With Daddy Doom King to protect. But yeah, I was inspired by what I saw in Joffra's deck profile. I saw his 2 metaverse with 2 zombie worlds. I was like, I think I know what I can do with that. The emphasis of this deck is to really just use the paleos first, grind game, get your opponent to absolutely wreck your opponent's resources, and then seal the deal with the Doom King on top of everything. What's your opponent gonna do? Not much. And yeah, I did want to play a level 2, however I did not have the laser guy. I draw a card, but I have something better instead. The Time Wizard! This may look memey, but it's alright, it's good. Your opponent is always gonna call 1, or plot twist, no, you have a level 2. And it actually helped me win a game once. I rolled the heads and blew my opponent's board, and I was like, yes. Here we go. Lovely card, amazing. He's a Time Wizard himself. There's nothing wrong about that. I love this deck. And yeah, that's it. That's all the monsters and Doom King. That's about it. Next up, I'm playing 3 Dynamiscus. Lovely card. It's basically a Karma Cat in a trap form. There's not much to explain about that. Dynamiscus is like the best paleo, arguably. Maybe that with Canada are indeed the best paleos. Canada goes card in certain matchups, such as Cash. Or really any other Xyz synchro deck out there. Canada goes absolutely hard against them. And the card that's really good right now, it's even better than what it used to before, it's Morella. Since you can send transaction rollback and even metaverse to copy off transaction rollback depending on your meals to get Zombie World. Or maybe sometimes it happened and during my locals I had to use transaction rollback to get metaverse so I can get Zombie World. And then I would pitch a Doom King from my hand, because yeah, even though I'm playing 55 cards, I still drew a Doom King instead of milling it. And pitch Doom King and boom. That's where the juice lies. And and to round up our Pelios, I'm playing 3 Oleonoids. It's just an MST, really good right now too. And then the card that absolutely breaks this deck right now is Treasure Rollback. Allowing you to reuse your trap grave effects is immense in this deck. We don't really go for the Makashi trap. We just focus on reusing our beautiful Pelios and mainly this other beautiful card that was also added not too long ago, the Roma Karma Cannon. It made work. Being able to continuously the Roma Karma Cannon on my opponents was amazing. Against a Clash player, he absolutely hated me. I think absolutely hates this card. The amount of times I kept looping. I kept looping the Roma Karma Cannon, and then I just made a Zeus and absolutely got rid of all of his resources. And it was insane. A lovely game. And next up, Lost Wind. I still believe Lost Wind is really good. A permanent attack half and negate is amazing, especially in a deck like this where we're so control based. Also, sometimes we are gonna mill the Lost Wind of Needlebug Nest, so that's gonna come in clutch. There's ability to reset itself when our opponent summons a monster from deck to deck. It's really good, came in clutch most of the time, and it does ruin the surprise factor because your opponent knows what's there, but that's still good. And to get even more traps, we get 3 Trap Trick. Since we're running such a huge amount of traps and most of them are 3-ofs, Trap Trick is really good as just an extra copy of every trap. And then to mill all of our traps, we get 3 Needlebug Nest. Not only it allows us to mill the traps, it allows us to mill the Doom King himself. Just make sure to not mill a Zombie World. That's it. Then we got 3 Rush to Full Height. Self-explanatory. It allows our deck to survive some battle phase, so we don't get hit directly. It came against a Ray Raptor player where they summon that Ray Raptor card that can attack directly. I just rise to full height. No attack directly for you, man. You cannot OTK me now. Oh, you cannot kill me now. Well, it was basically an OTK, the first attack, because I just paid so much. I halved my life points a few times. And to round up our traps, I'm playing 2 Reckless Greed. Arguably, Accumulated Fortune is indeed better. I did not have Accumulated Fortune, so I had to play Reckless Greed, and I had to cut 1 to make room for the Doom King. Because this deck is 50. I know I could play 60 cards. I know, guys, but I didn't have 60 sleeves of this color. I only have 55. Hence, one I'm gonna play soon is that the extra deck has no sleeves, and I had to change sleeves. It's still kind of sleeved, it's perfect fit sleeves, and I had to change the sleeves. Sleeves around I was siding it, and it's a really funny story. Someone thought, oh, that's quite smart to make sure you don't accidentally side out more cards than you put in. I was like, well, the thing is, no, that's not. That was an accident. Let's continue to the spells. Very few spells. 3 Tantalizing Tune. This is meant to be a trap trick support, but really in reality it's just Pelio. It's much more useful in Pelio. Trap tricks didn't really need Tantalizing Tune. I personally don't play Tantalizing Tune in my Trap Tricks deck. But it's absolutely amazing in Pelios. Its ability draw 2s goes really hard. Maybe putting a Pelio in grave to set up. Or a Transaction rollback, even, yeah. And with Droid Resist rollback is really good to have a tantalizing tune to discard it. And his ability to recycle traps is amazing. It comes up in the current game. And for more draw power, I'm playing 3 Desires. I absolutely hated banishing my cards from the deck. It would always be, I would either banish all of my zombie worlds and draw 2 Doom Kings, even though the deck is 55, actually happened. I banished 2 zombie worlds and I just do 2 Doom Kings. So I was like, what am I supposed to do with this now? What are the odds of that happening in a 55 card deck? Or other times I would just, once I even just drew 2 Desires. Like, what are the odds? So a part of me is just tempted to play extra. Just seems like extra better. But to make up for the lack of draw power from accumulated fortune, I played 3 Duality. Amazing card. I absolutely love Duality. Came in clutch so many times. So many times Duality come up. It's insane. More times than no, there's no prosperity. I keep forgetting Desires. I hate it so much. My mind just keeps clearing the memory of its name. So another card that I really love though, yeah, Tar Morganite. I try to make it work in trap tricks, but again, just like tantalizing tune, this card is so much better in Paleo. Much better in Paleo. Every time I would open Morganite, that was a win. Most of the time I just won that in the game. And to finish our spells, 1 Reasoning. It never hit properly. Never. I either hit, like one time I just excavated the top card. It was Blackjack. I was like, well, that's not good. Another time, which is the last time I got to activate Reasoning. It was, I hit the Palo. I was like, yes, we keep going. Second card is Time Wizard. What? No, it was Scattershot. It was Scattershot. It was post-siding, and I just hit the Scattershot. Like, yeah, that was really sad. Even though the deck is so big, I still hit the monster straight away. But that was alright. You should still play Reasoning. There's no argument. Reasoning absolutely good. It's just that those times I use it, they are outliers basically. Arguably also Card of Demise is really good. I do not own a Card of Demise, so I could not test. But I'm pretty sure Card of Demise is really good. And that's basically to round up the deck. Very heavily inspired by Joshua Smith Paleo build, as you can see, just with a zombie twist. For our extra deck, I'm playing 1 Relinquish Anima. Rest in peace, Link Rebo. This would have been Link Rebo. Really funny story is that before Locust, I forgot to side out Relinquish Anima for my Link Rebo. So I was forced to, I just realized that after I started playing, so I was forced to play with a Relinquish Anima the entire day. And there were moments where I wished it was Link Rebo. It would have come up. And that's, I guess, take it as some really heavy foreshadowing for the ban list, because literally as soon as we got home, the ban list dropped. And I was like, oh, I guess I've accidentally played with the new ban list. And yeah, continuing up, we got 1 of the Paleos, the Xyz Paleo, Link Paleo. I don't really like it. I find myself, I would rather go into the Xyz, I would rather go into an Opabina than this guy, but it does have his moments. And then an SP Lethal Knight to row as our second Link 2. It's actually quite nice because you got Anima there on the field, and that's really an SP banish, 1 Paleo away from an SP banish. So why not play SP? Also, rise to, like just as me said, rise to full height SP and then SP tag out is absolutely hilarious. It's amazing. And then For our last link too, we got Nightmare Phoenix. Instead, we have, in the case, we have to deal with a really annoying trap. We got Phoenix, maybe a floodgate. I know Konami's been decreasing the floodgates, which is really nice. Thank you, Konami, for that. However, there's still Royal Decree out there, even though I don't think anyone's playing Royal Decree. And you never know, maybe there's a skill drain. Skill drain hurts. Summer limit, maybe not, but you know, they might have their one-off rivalry of warlords or the one-off skill, 3 of skill drain, who knows, or Gozen. You never know. Phoenix, we barely use the extra deck anyway, so might as well have these cards in case something happens. 1 unicorn. Again, spin back anything, let's go. And that's it for the links. And next, playing 3 Opabinia. Really good card in the deck. Absolutely, I love Opabinia. Allows you to use the payload traps from hand, and that's amazing. You don't need to worry about your opponent dastering. I remember that for the rest of my life. I just casually set my entire hand. I set 5, and then Phil just top decked a Lightning Storm. It was one of the saddest moments in my Yu-Gi-Oh career. And yeah, now when we recover from those. Really funny moment for him. I never seen him laugh like that. Amazing. But next time we got 2 on a Macaros. You don't go as much into him as you do Opabinia, and that's why it's a 2. But it's still good. I did in my deck. I did try to go to use the Sprite card, Gigantic Sprite. I didn't use it at all. I didn't find myself needing to go into it. Instead, but I could have gotten to it at many points. But instead, I was like, I'd rather go into an Opabinia right now, because I really need to search for all the noises to pop that continuous spell or something. So, you know, I just had to do it. And I just never come up, but might. And for the Zeus package, 1 Sky Cavalier. Absolutely amazing, cannot be destroyed by battle. And this most importantly was a rank 2, so you can make it with Pelios. Then slap a downward on top, and then slap a Zeus. I don't think you need 2 Zeus, because I think by the time you get to the second Zeus, you just lose the game or win the game. Instead, we got 1 Titan, in case you need to break the board. And that's about it for the extra deck. Now for the side deck, that, like I said, is not sleeved properly. You can only see it. He got the perfect fit sleeve on it. I'm running 3 Scatter Shot with the one Rock and Reload. Then I've got 2 Ice Dragon's Prison. It does come up in matchups. Arguably can be main decked, because with Zombie World, Ice Dragon Prison goes really well with Zombie World. And then I've got 2 D-Barriers. And yeah, the reason why most of these are 2 is so you can trap trick into them. If I just found myself, you know, it's better for availability wise to have multiple traps of a 2 than having less a 3 because of trap trick. And then I got 2 Dimensional Ground. Lovely card, amazing. And then I've got, this is some spice, the Fiend Comedian. I think I just leaked the sauce on this. Amazing card. If you call it wrong, you mill the deck, that's okay, because you're either shuffling your opponent's deck graveyard, which against some matchups is really bad for them, or you are milling a bunch of cards, which is really good for you. And then for our last cards, we have, let me get this one anti-spell. So yeah, one anti-spell, self-explanatory. It's at 1 now, so we cannot abuse it anymore. I used to run 2. Rest in peace. I don't have the 2 anymore. I cannot run them. They were funny as they lasted, but they're gone now. And I think instead I'm gonna play 2 Obokus that I got after the locals. And yeah, who knows how this deck is gonna evolve. Maybe we'll even cut zombies altogether. Because not gonna lie, I really cried when I do the Doom King and no way to discard it. But it's fine, because it's Doom King. And with that said, Casus, sign out.